Okay, so we've got Nemo here again, and someone said that they would be interested in watching him eat fish. Now, these are the fish that I get, and the place that I get them from will actually give me the dead ones for free. So most of these are dead, and the couple that are moving aren't moving that much. So we're gonna go ahead and feed him quick. He'll come over here and notice in just a second. Come here, Nemo. Come on. He's over there hiding behind his log. Come on. Come on. You gotta come over here if you're gonna get the fish. Okay, hang on. Okay, try this again. I think he's a little apprehensive only because I am holding the camera, and usually I don't stay in here while I let him eat. Oops. He's chasing one. He does not want to eat in front of the camera. Let's see if we can just get a zoom instead of getting a camera closer to him. One of his toys is in there too. Oh, he caught one without us. We'll let him eat one more in front of us and then we'll Let him eat by himself again. And then I'll just let you know that reptiles in general should not be disturbed after they have eaten. So I will generally feed him earlier in the evening. And then, hi Nemo. Is that good? So I will generally feed him earlier in the evening and then let him have a couple of hours in the bathtub before I drain the bath and put him on his heating pad. So this is not the general way to take care of these kinds of turtles. Usually they have a tank with a log that comes up under a hot lamp. But Nemo was a rescue case. In fact, maybe I can talk about that right now just a little bit. Um, I went to a pet store and they had a turtle in the back room, and he was a little bit smaller than he is now. He's grown a couple times since then, but he was in the back room in a 10-gallon tank, and the floating log wasn't attached to anything. Where you can see my log for him is attached to the wall, at least by that one thing, so he can get up on top of it. So he couldn't get up on the log, and if he did, he would be too close to the heating lamp anyway. They said that he has soft shell, which is something that causes the shell itself to be soft, and that they can get hurt easier if their shell is soft. So I offered to take him. I ended up paying them $5, and I looked up red-eared sliders on the internet and found out that I needed a lot more equipment for him. So I went out and spent another $200 on him, just getting what he needed, which is, at that time would have been a 20-gallon tank. And we had a house at the time, so what I would do is put him in the water like every couple hours or so, let him take a swim, but then take him out, and it wasn't working, and the medicine the vet gave us wasn't working. And then I went to another pet store, and they suggested this. It was like a cream for the shell, and that actually worked. It hardened up his shell, but since then we've always been very cautious with his shell. So he doesn't spend all of his time in the water. And I do have a 40-gallon tank for him, but he decided that the 40-gallon tank is too small. So he prefers to swim in the bathtub. Um, I do have it really, really warm in here. So if you wanted to get out of the tub, because sometimes the water will cool down. Well, when I start him out in the morning, I start him out with warmer water to warm him up, get him going, and then the water slowly cools off throughout the day. And then if he wants to get out of the water, he does have his log over there to get out of the water. I just need to find some way to get his sunlight to him, which we gotta move the cup. So, oh, and that somebody says something about that daisy sour cream lid over there, and that's actually keeping the water from going down the drain. Apparently, my drain is leaky, so I put that there to keep the water in there. Otherwise, he ends up with no water in his tub after a couple hours. So that's what that's there's for. So, yeah. So Nemo was a rescue, and in the beginning, he wanted to be called Moby Dick. He was always like hissing at everybody, snapping at everybody. He just didn't like anybody. And then after a couple years, he got used to requesting, or understanding that I was the person giving him food, and also when he was still getting better from his soft shell, I would put him under my shirt to try to warm him up, make sure that he stayed warm. But Yeah, every so often, even when he had the 20-gallon tank at the house, we'd let him roam the house. And we had at the time a 2,000 square foot house, and I'd let him out to roam, and I just call him and he'd come back. I'm assuming that the reason why he doesn't hiss as much anymore is because he is completely used to me being around. He knows my footsteps, he knows the sound of my voice. I have him on kind of a routine. The other day when when he climbed up on my bed and I was making the video, it was because um, I was late getting up. I didn't go to bed until 7 p.m. So or 7 a.m. 7 a.m. And then I got to sleep. Whoa! I slipped. Okay, sorry guys. Um, yeah, so I didn't get up until about 11 or noon, and he started climbing up on my bed at, I don't know, maybe about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, that one was my fault. But yeah, he'll crawl up on my bed if he doesn't think I'm paying attention. And he can do that because I have a comforter that's super thick and super long. So, anyway, I think we'll let Nemo eat in peace at this point. And thank you so much for watching and being interested in some of my animals' lives as well as my reborn doll lives. Thank you. Have a good evening.